All right, 3, 2, 1 for reference. What's up, heavy hitters and long high knots? Welcome back to another episode of the Goddamn. Today we have a very special guest, one of my very good friends, Gloseppi.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Gloseppi.
Yeah, we back with another episode. We switching it up. Usually it's my fiance Jordan in here, but today we got a visitor from LA himself.
Yeah, I'm not going to brag. I'm probably the king of L.A.
No, actually, he lived in San Diego. We grew up together in the small town of Oswego, Illinois. We played football, but he hated it and shit.
Yeah, and Furman didn't fuck with me because I smoked weed, so.
Swear.
Yeah.
One of the core memories I have is we were at this place. We were gonna smoke weed, and this dude made fun of me because I didn't smoke as much weed as him. So I was like, "Oh, he's one of those guys." And then he proceeded to pack a joint so tight that he couldn't even smoke it. So, who won in that situation?
I cannot confirm or deny if those events are true, but that definitely was a waste of a raw cone.
Exactly. But yeah, bro, let him know. Let him know a little bit about. Party
Wow.
foul. Party
Wow.
foul.
Wow, talk about dropping the ball.
Yeah. Hey, let him know about you though. Where you come from, where you went, where you at now. And we're going to get into some real life situation shit right here.
So my name's Joe.
Joe.
You know?
You
They
know?
also know me as Glowy.
Glowy.
Basically, a little bit about myself is I grew up in Oswego. With my boy Furman over here.
Small ass town of 100 people.
If that, dude. I mean, I think I can count everyone on my fingers, but...
Are you serious right now? Welcome back to the podcast, y'all. Magically unorganized.
Yeah, sorry, that's Keely in the background.
Yeah, it's a mountain lion we captured yesterday.
Yeah, it was crazy. We went hiking with Joe Rogan and...
Traeger Grills, shout out.
Nah, yeah, but grew up in Oswego with my boy Furman.
We didn't really start being friends till probably like sophomore year of high school, maybe junior year.
Yeah, I'd say more we started kicking it senior year.
Yes.
Fucking...
We were on the same football team as little kids, though.
Yeah.
Joey, I don't think said one word all of his fucking 7 years of playing football or however long it was.
I only played for 3, but yeah, I honestly fucking hated it.
He literally didn't say one word. I think the one thing he said to me and that I'll remember forever, he's like, "Fuck this shit, dude." We were running hills, I think.
Yeah, dude, the only thing that made football worse was fucking Snake Shepherd.
Snake Shepherd.
Honest. Man.
Shout out Snake Shepherd.
Yeah, dude's a great guy. Also a great homie. Really good person.
Sometimes.
But yeah, so shit, we started kicking it probably around like, senior year. Fucking. Then he went off to Western, and I was just kind of kicking it in the Oswego land area.
Shout out Wawa. Wawa Tech.
I'm literally a Wawa superstar. They know me by like first name basis there. I was on the basketball team, the curling team, the hockey team, track and field team. But yeah, no, in 2018, I moved out to San Diego. It's a pretty fun time.
For those that don't know, it's the same thing as LA.
No, it's not the same thing as LA. I'm going to, for the record, the state of California is pretty whack and ass besides the city of San Diego. San Diego is way cooler than any part of fucking California.
But anyways, you were doing jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, I was out there. I started doing jiu-jitsu. That was a fucking blast.
Wait, let me ask this. What made you move out there? Or you always wanted to move out there, or?
Honestly, I think like the biggest thing was just kind of like getting the experience of like moving, I guess.
Literally across the country, basically.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, I think when I visited Jesus, which is like another friend of ours, he was already living out there, and I visited him a couple times, and I really fucked with it there. So I was like, yeah, I guess I'll live with you out there, and then basically started just living out there. Didn't go to school, just worked at Whole Foods, did jiu-jitsu.
So you moved for the experience, really?
Yeah, the experience.
I feel like a lot of people our age moved out of state because of school, and you sent it just because you wanted to. You said, fuck that. I feel like you were never into the school shit. You always wanted to do your own thing.
No, yeah, school was never really for me, like Wabanzi, like
which is the community college
yeah.
in the Midwest Illinois.
Yeah, the couple like years of Wabanzi I did do, I cheated in pretty much like every class, you know, like Spark Notes or whatever the
Dude,
fuck.
I feel like everyone cheated in college.
Yeah,
because
dude,
we're like the age of technology college.
Yeah, where like if you can't learn it, you're gonna find a way to fucking finish your shit.
And I feel like a lot of people go to college because their parents wanted them to.
Yeah,
and because society's like, you're gonna fail in life if you don't go to college.
Facts, dude, facts. I think I really think
I fell in that
back,
trap.
The only fucking class, for the record, the only class I ever got an A in was a class I tried hard as fucking, and it was Japanese. So fucking
See?
take
No,
that.
that goes to show that people apply themselves to the shit they want to learn. Why do you have to take core credits for a major that has nothing to do with core credits?
Bro, I don't know why the fuck I need to know that y equals mx plus b.
Never use that shit to this day. They're like, you're going to use this outside of school. Hell no. Never use that shit once.
I use it to roll
I have an
my grades.
iPhone that I can Google the answer for. Literally. But yeah, so San Diego, what was your first job out there?
Whole Foods.
Whole Foods.
Yeah, I worked at Whole Foods.
What were you doing outside of that? What kept you there? What kept you happy?
Definitely like jiu-jitsu.
Where do you do jiu-jitsu at?
Oh, 10th Planet San Diego.
For those that
fucking
don't, I
blast.
feel like that's the most known jiu-jitsu gym.
10th Planet?
For people that don't know what jiu-jitsu is, I
That-
feel like 10th Planet's been heard of because of Joe Rogan's podcast and like Eddie Bravo and shit like that.
Dude, like, humble brag, but Joe Rogan mentioned my coach, like, a
Yeah.
fuck ton. Like,
Yeah, I seen you
whenever
post
he
him on
brings up the
Instagram. Shout him out.
breakdancing-
Shout him out.
Yeah. Boogeyman's the fucking coach at 10th Planet San Diego. Fucking awesome coach, awesome dude. Fucking take your neck home as a fucking gift. Take your arm, fucking send it to your mom as an apology. It's pretty crazy. But, yeah, some jiu-jitsu. And honestly, bro, it's just so beautiful down there.
Right.
So, like,
How close are you to the beach?
I'd say 10 minutes, 10, 15
Oh, really?
minutes. Yeah, dude.
When I visited you, you lived in like, I don't know. I only went to San Diego once and I visited him. Were you close to the beach then? In that apartment you lived in?
There was a little further. That was City Heights. I don't know. Really fucking bomb.
It was hella Chicano when I went there.
Yeah.
It was very Latino.
Yeah. Big Spanish population out there.
It was dope though. Everybody was cool. You know, that like, you know those homies? Like the little figures you used to buy at the grocery store? They dress like that out there. Like fucking Chucks, high socks, and Dickie shorts.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
With the bald head and Lokes sunglasses.
Though fucking key, they do, man.
It's for real. Shout out California burritos. Those motherfuckers go crazy out there.
Bro, California burrito is probably like also one of the reasons why I stayed there. Like, fuck it.
It was really good. It's stupid good. It's like, for those who don't know, it's a burrito with fries, your choice of chicken or beef, and then like rice, beans, sour cream, guac, and pico, right? Something like that. You can
got
put
the
hot
cheese?
Cheetos in it.
You got the cheese? Ugh.
Cheese. Yeah. California's beautiful. Don't get it twisted. It's just way too expensive. When I went there, it was stupid fucking expensive. Everything. We went to this club. What was it called? Mavericks.
Yeah.
We went to Mavericks, and these girls got us in, like, cut the whole line. And they're like, so you guys got to buy us drinks and shit? And, you know, I was my first time there, and I was like, yeah, I'll buy you guys drinks. I bought them a fucking Jack and Coke, and it was $25 for two of them.
Yeah, when he said he would buy the drinks, I fucking
And then
wiped the sweat
Joe-
off my forehead.
Joey's like, why did you buy them drinks, bro? I was just trying to be nice and shit. Let's go back to this jiu-jitsu shit, because I hear that this is the new wave of shit. Like, it helps you mentally. It helps you figure out situations. What got you into jiu-jitsu besides, like, watching it on TV?
I mean, to be honest, that was mostly it. Like, seeing it, and then I think in particular, though, like, jiu-jitsu and the gis, like, the fucking karate uniforms never seemed too fucking cool to me.
Like,
I
the
remember,
Gracies. That's, like, the Gracies, right?
Yeah, more Gracies and, like, you know, Brazilian jiu-jitsu and all that shit. I would say what, like, got me into it is I got caught in, like, a YouTube rabbit hole from this dude named, like, Ben Saunders. Threw up rubber guard in an MMA fight.
Shout out Ben
Didn't even
Saunders.
submit the dude. Just fucking was raining fucking elbows and shit from him in rubber guard. And I was like, oh, this is fucking dope. And then I went down, like, a rubber guard fucking rabbit hole. that led to this dude named Marvin who did this fucking Imanari roll, heel hook, which is like basically like
Y'all can Google it if you don't know.
Yeah, Google it. I can't explain it. And then I just kept getting like caught up in like seeing shit like before I really knew who it was, like hella highlights from my coach, hella highlights from his brother. This dude named Nathan Orchard hella highlights, and I was like, hey, this is pretty fucking dope.
And those were all the dudes at 10th Planet? Or?
Yeah. So like not the 10th Planet I trained at, but like in the 10th Planet system. So like across
which one did you train at?
10th Planet San Diego.
Okay.
So yeah.
And there's like how many in California? A lot?
Yeah, fuck ton.
Oh
like,
shit. I thought it was like a local.
No.
I know there's one here in Austin.
Yeah.
That just opened, and you told me, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I think it's been around for a minute, but one of my coaches from San Diego is like, I think the head coach there now. Could be wrong.
What would you say is a difference you noticed in yourself from before you started jiu-jitsu to after you started jiu-jitsu?
I would say more confidence, honestly. Like,
because you don't have to worry about like getting your ass beat, or like you know what to do in a situation. What aspect of confidence do you mean?
I think just that definitely, like knowing how to like defend yourself, and like the fact like, I mean, if someone who doesn't know what they're doing is like fucking with me, I'm gonna fuck them up. But also just like, you know, kind of with most sports, like the consistency of going there, the consistency of drilling, like asking your coach, what am I fucking up? Like making sure to actually learn and get better and work on things. So kind of like just confidence in your actions and confidence in being able to defend yourself.
Did your physical strength get crazy or what? Is it like compared to like going to the gym? Is it way different? Obviously, it's not lifting weights and shit. Like you're actively grabbing another man's body and trying to submit him, right?
Yeah. Well, it's not just that. You know, think about it, right? If you're getting fucked up, that means some dude's on top of you and you're trying to fucking get him off.
Right. I don't know. I don't know anything about jiu-jitsu. I've been very, very interested. I asked him so many times, like, should I do it? Should I do it?
And every time I've said yes, and
but
he
like,
still hasn't done it.
See, he's someone that did it. He just went for it. Most people are intimidated by gyms like that. Like, that's actually like a thing. Like, most people don't want to go into a boxing gym or a jiu-jitsu gym or like a wrestling gym because they're like intimidated of people like are going to judge them for not knowing what they're doing. But he's let me know that like that's not at all how it is. Like, if you go in there and you say you don't know but you want to learn, they'll teach you shit. So that's kind of what – it's also kind of expensive, like in my opinion, compared to like a regular gym membership. But it's two totally different animals.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah.
What would you say to the person out there that's like, I really want to do jiu-jitsu, but I'm like scared to go into the gym? Maybe not scared, you just like don't know.
Go figure it out. Like, don't sit there and don't know any fucking longer. It's going to be worth it. Like, just off my experience, I can tell you, like, from day one, everyone was super helpful, wants you to learn, wants you to get better, wants you to stay, and wants you to have fun. I get the intimidation thing. Like, at first, too, like, before I started martial arts, I was like, nah, you know, they're not going to want to fuck with me. New guy, fucking, you know, they're not going to want to show me the ropes. But, bro, fucking.
Yeah. I feel like new guy syndrome is a real thing that people struggle with in everything that they do.
Yeah.
Like, the best way I could describe it is, like, when you get hired on a job, you're, like, super shy. You don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
And then, like, a month in, like, you make boys and you're, like, shooting the shit and you know what you're doing at work. I feel like it's kind of like that.
Yeah. I honestly, like, all I know is I think that's a good way to put it, but I think so, too. Like, a lot of the intimidation is just like, oh, fuck, these dudes are all going to fuck me up, blah, blah, blah. And it's, like, it's only half true. Like, you're only going to get fucked up.
You are going to get fucked up. And I feel like everybody in life needs to get fucked up at least once.
Facts.
Literally. Some people have never gotten their ass beat, and you can tell. Seriously. Like, you need to get punched in the face at least once by somebody that actually wants to hurt you. It changes the way you look at shit. Like, I don't know. People need to get their ass beat. For real. Yeah. I've lost every fight I've ever been in.
Yeah, I mean, shit, dude. I think, too, even, like, because I did a competition once and got, like... I lost both my matches,
dude,
but like
that's a good point. Failure probably drove you to get better.
I mean, I definitely was like more consistent.
I'm not saying you failed. I'm just saying like losing. I feel like fight fuels a new fire in people.
Yeah. I think like two things happen from like losing. You either like accept like, okay, I'm a failure at this, or you're like, okay, I lost. Let's go get better.
Yes, that's a good ass point. People are scared of adversity. Mm-hmm. Like when they're like when they lose, they're like, I'm a fucking loser. I'm gonna quit this.
Yeah. I think too. What's like dope is I was definitely more consistent after that. But then like the pandemic happened, so it was like kind of like
Yeah, that's
fuck.
like people didn't know at that time, and jiu-jitsu is like a face-to-face sport. Like
Yeah.
your head is on their heads
Yeah.
sometimes.
Low key, I hope I can say it, but like after like a couple weeks, we started doing like underground sessions, I guess. Like
fuck all that.
yeah, so that was dope, and honestly, so I was working at Whole Foods at the time, and bro, like.
Isn't it crazy how all those companies stayed open, but not like the mom and pop shops?
Yeah, dude.
That's a whole COVID
bullshit.
thing. We're on jiu-jitsu right now. But.
Yeah, but no, it was dope because it's like, for some dumbass reason, I decided to do overnights when I was working at Whole Foods.
I heard that ruins people's lives.
Oh, 100%, bro. And I mean, like, shit sucked. Like, I was literally like dreading life, and then we started doing like these underground sessions.
Dude, that's
and
that's like no sunlight. Right?
No sunlight, shitty sleeping. Like, I didn't want to go home and cook a fuck ton because it's like my roommates are sleeping, so it's like you're only eating fucking
everything's at convenience
and
there.
Taco Bell.
Dude, no way.
Yeah, so it was not the move, but like thankfully I had jiu-jitsu. Like
you got to be a grinder to work third shift, bro.
Yeah, dude,
That's
I can tell you, bro, and it sucked ass because. Literally, the pandemic happened like a week or two after I did it, so it was like
everybody
even
was,
more of a grind, and it was like so fucking shitty. Like, cause of course, I'm in California, I'm fucking working at a Whole Foods, so I need all the bread I can get. Right. So I fucking would hustle and have like a fucking 14-hour shift, and then go home and be fucking.
When you moved to San Diego, did you notice a big price change from living in Illinois?
Dude, first thing was the gas.
Minus the fact that you like started paying rent, you know?
Yeah, no.
Don't include that in there. Like, did you notice like you were spending more bread living in a more expensive place?
Yeah, I would say so. I noticed it. Like, definitely. Like,
the gas for sure.
Yeah. But like just eating out in general, like when I would go eat out in like Oswego, like say I get like 5 tacos and like some rice and beans, it's like what? 10, 12 bucks.
I was going to say 10
in California, it was like 20, you know?
Yeah,
like, so it was like right away I seen that, unless it was like Taco Tuesday or something.
Yeah.
Even like, dude, honestly, even like dollar menus at fast food places are different out there.
From my experience, I went out and visited Joey, and I fucking spent so much money. Granted, it was a vacation, and you usually when you visit a place, you spend a lot of money because it's not like home where you cook and you have to pay we didn't pay a hotel, but it was just more expensive. I noticed it was more expensive. The gas was stupid expensive. Going out to eat, like at home, like getting this is probably not a good example, but getting Chipotle, like double chicken, everything is like $8, $9, and we were getting California burritos, which were smaller meal size, but they're good as fuck, and they're like $17 for a meal.
No lie though, the California burritos are fat.
Yeah,
like,
they are. But it was $17 for one meal every time we went anywhere.
Yeah, dude, fucking pricey.
Yeah. How much for going back to jiu-jitsu? I'm just really interested. I've always wanted to do it, and he actually did it. How much does it cost? Just a ballpark. You don't have to give exact numbers.
So my membership like included like jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, wrestling.
Oh, so it's like different packages.
Shit. Yeah, and I think mine was like $170 or something, which I think's totally worth it. My dumbass really only did jiu-jitsu though. So
$170 is not bad. Stop eating out. Fucking take some things out of your life to put something like that in your life.
And something else, I think, like, people would be like, oh, I can go to blah, 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 like, up the street, and I can learn the same shit, blah, 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 for, like, $100. Well, yeah, you can.
You get what you pay for.
I mean, I was paying $175, but, like, I'm learning from an actual black belt world champion, you know? Like,
yeah, so you're paying for the professional.
Yeah.
For the professionality.
Yeah,
right?
And like the experience, and like like you're learning from a dude who's like
you're. I feel like you were learning from a dude that's got real deal experience in the shit.
Yeah, dude. Like I think like around when I first started, like he flew across the fucking ocean to like London for
to
like
learn?
some shit. No, to fucking compete.
Oh, that's sick.
To like go choke a motherfucker out. He choked the dude out in like less than a minute.
Yeah.
Like
so, jiu-jitsu's not striking. It's all grapple.
No, it's all grappling. Like you're either trying to submit the motherfucker. Yeah, you know, either choke him out or get him in an armbar or heel hook or.
So that's the difference when. I feel like for people that don't know, when you watch UFC and like they say like he's trained in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, that's like just like the grappling part. It's not like the punching and kicking and shit like that. That's what he was saying with the with the package he was part of, like, what was it like? Some days you had striking, some days you had wrestling, some days you had what?
Well, literally, I only really did jiu-jitsu.
Right, but,
So,
but like for people that wanted to do all of it, was it
Yeah.
different days with different things?
No. So it was like multiple jiu-jitsu classes every day, multiple striking classes.
Okay. Yeah.
MMA, all that shit.
So like 7 a.m., 12. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's dope. That's like cycling classes for white women.
Yeah,
But one
like
thing
that.
I wanna let these motherfuckers know listening is that you had a weight loss journey, a
True.
huge one.
True.
If you're cool with it, we'll pop a picture up of like what you used to look like and what you
Yeah.
look like now. Clearly.
Yeah. I gained some of that back though. Fair,
No,
fair
well,
fucking disclaimer.
everybody, dude,
Yeah,
that shit's
but I don't know. See, the thing that
unreal
now-
expectations nowadays.
What's funny though is like when it was happening the second time, I was kind of like, I know what I'm doing. I know it's not fucking right.
Let them know like
But-
what it took and like where you were. How big were you when we were like kids? You were a bigger dude.
Oh, dude. So I was like a double striper, like my second, like as soon as I went up to varsity.
In youth
which is, like,
in youth football.
Yeah.
In youth football, that means you can't touch the ball. That's how big you are.
Yeah. And dude, that shit was fucking. So I think the like highest I ever was where I weighed myself was like 240, 250.
And that he's big. He's not like that tall of a dude, so that's like a
Yeah.
big. We'll like I said, we'll pop a picture
Yeah.
up and show. But what kicked your ass in gear? Seeing that,
Dude, like to start losing weight.
yeah.
Dude, so one fucking day, I don't know what it was, but I fucking ran up the stair, or I went up the stairs or something, and I was like out of breath.
Yeah.
Like I legitimately was like, I can't fucking do this.
Isn't it crazy how one little thing like that, and you're like, that's like
Yeah.
a task that should be so easy to everyone,
Facts.
and you were just like, fuck this.
Well, yeah, dude, that shit sucked. And then I remember like I started like lifting a little. Like I think I was just going to like Planet Fitness and doing like the fucking 30-minute,
Which is a
circuit.
good starter for you
Yeah.
motherfuckers out there.
Yeah.
Everybody should start at Planet Fitness.
Yeah, and then like at the time I was working at like Portillo's, and I remember like this is before like I moved to the other house in Oswego. I
Right.
remember I would fucking run like from my crib by like the Culvers and shit, and I'd run to like Boulder Hill and back or some shit, and just started doing little shit like that.
But how hard was it at first? Like,
Dude,
people think
hard
that it's
as
gonna come overnight.
fuck.
We were talking about this in the truck that we live in an age where people like want everything now. No one wants to work for shit. Like, no billionaire was made overnight. You
True,
know, like
true.
you have to work for shit that. Now, I guess some people get shit handed to them, but like for the majority of people, not everything's handed to them. Like, I feel like social media has created unreal expectations. Like, most people fucking flex and shit, put it on a credit card.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and like the bodies, like people that are fucking shredded and sculpted, they're probably like on step 10. Like, you can't compare yourself to people that
Yeah.
are on step 10. Like,
or
when you're
someone
on step
who's been
1.
doing it for 10 years, you've been doing
Yeah,
it for a
bro.
month.
So
and
when
you're
you
like,
started, how
"Fuck."
hard was it? Like,
Dude, it's hard. I mean, it's definitely not fucking fun. When I say I was running, like the first month of running was like probably 10 minutes of running and like
yeah, like
fucking
walk 1
40
minute, run
minutes
1
of like
minute.
catching
Yeah.
my breath walking. And yeah, I mean, like, dude, it just comes down to though, like, how bad did I want it? Like,
And how good did you feel? Like, once you started seeing
good,
prog-
man.
Yes.
Good. I would say though, what really had me feeling good was so like there was a time where like when I started working at EB Brown around that point, like I wasn't fucking with a lot of people.
What is EB Brown for?
It was like
a warehouse job,
fucking
right?
warehouse. Yeah, I worked in the freezer cooler portion, bro. You'd start at like we started at like 1 p.m. and it was till completion, so you could be
Oof.
there till like fucking 8 at night or 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
And it sucked, but it was nice because it was like a high moving, like high. I don't.
Like, you were on your feet.
Yeah, you're pushing a cart around. I'm in the freezer.
It wasn't
cooler
an
where
office job. It was like a manual labor type shit.
Yeah, and I was working in the freezer cooler, so it's colder. Your body's working a little harder. And I remember I started going part time there, and like from that job itself, I lost like 20 pounds, right?
Right.
But then I was like, I don't know what the fuck in my head just fucking clicked off, because this was before I was listening to like David Goggins or Joe Rogan or any of those motherfuckers.
Shout out to Ghosts. Those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers will get you going.
Yeah, but I'd wake up at like 2:30 in the morning, and I'd go to Planet Fitness at 3, and the steps in the 20-minute area, I would do that for an hour and a half.
I remember. He was
Bro,
on the grind.
I'd do that for an hour and a half, and then I'd go to the bike and do that for like a fucking half an hour to an hour. And then I'd go home, I'd sleep, go to school, like go do all this shit.
That is a perfect example of what I was trying to say earlier, that you got to grind for it if you want it. This motherfucker was waking up at 2:30 a.m. to get it in.
Yeah, like
Seriously.
Just so people couldn't be in my way either. Like I just go throw my headphones on and just fucking go.
If you want it, you got to get it. No one's going to give that shit to you.
Yeah, and I think you just like, the thing is too, like, yeah, it's the first week of that was hard as fuck. But then
it's
like
pushing through it is
week 3 or 4, it's like, I have no other choice.
Yeah.
I need to do this.
Yeah.
I want to get healthy. Like, I need to make a change, and the change is going to happen because I want it to happen, but I need it to happen more than I want it.
I feel like people get complacent and look at it like I got to go to the gym again. You should look at it as like, I have another day to live, and I'm able to go to the gym.
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel like people take life for granted, bro. So bad. It takes it, and I guess I'm defending the people right now, but like, it's hard, and people don't like hard. They like the path of least resistance.
True.
And that's like the hardest path of resistance, really, is like to get right. And especially people that are really overweight, it's harder because you don't see results instantly.
Dude, without a doubt. Like, I did that shit for like a week, and I was like, or like after a month, I was like, really? Only like 10 pounds? I put in hours and hours and hours. And then like, all of a sudden, you know, like 3 months pass, you're like, I'm down 30 pounds.
Fuck yeah.
I feel amazing. I'm starting to look good. Let me just keep going after it.
Yeah. And I feel like what helps is like when people notice too. When
Yeah.
people are like, oh, you look so good. Like, that shit. Tell more people that they look good, because you don't know what the fuck they're going through. Seriously. Because sometimes they might need that little extra push.
Yeah.
Like, oh, so-and-so told me I was looking good. I need to wake up tomorrow at 2:30 and keep going.
Yeah. I think going back, though, to what you were saying about, like, some people are like, I got to go to the gym. Jiu-jitsu is one of those things where I was like, yo, let's fucking go. Like,
yeah.
Martial arts is a fun way to get healthy and whatnot. A matter of fact, like, this is going to go forward in my life a little bit, but I'm, like, super big into stocks and options and cryptos and shit now.
Yeah, we'll get there.
But when I started getting into that, my, like, I wasn't going to jiu-jitsu as much, and, like, I remember being like, I really, like, it wasn't like, I gotta go today. It was like, I need to go today. Like, I miss it.
Yeah.
But just, like, I don't know. I don't know what was going on in my head, but I was like, no, it's okay. I'm learning how to make money, so I can skip today. And then, like, it adds up, and all of a sudden, like, 3 months pass, and I'm like, fuck, like, I'm starting to miss that shit.
Yeah, you got to give and take a little. Sometimes.
Yeah.
But don't forget what you came from. Like, shit like that, I guess he was making money, so it's okay to sacrifice a little, but once you realize that you're off it, you got to get back on it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I dropped the ball too much. Like, all of a sudden, like, shit, in 2021, I think I did, like, 6 classes, bro. Like,
really?
I was
And
pretty
what were you
inconsistent.
doing when you were consistent? 6 classes?
Bro, like 6 classes in a day. Like,
oh, shit.
dude,
yeah.
fucking 2019, 2020, I remember going like twice a day, multiple times a week.
And I feel like when you take advantage of it, you're paying $170 for it.
Yeah, that too. And dude, it was like one of the kind of like dope things, I guess, was like about going back up to about jiu-jitsu. Like, you do 4 classes in a day and your body feels like shit, but you had so much fun.
Yeah,
like,
I bet you sleep like a baby too.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't know if I can't speak for everybody out there, but I feel like me and you are the same in the terms of like when you get into something, you just want to be good at it, and like and you want to keep going and get good and good and good and good.
Yeah.
That's why like I fuck with golf. I haven't talked about it on the pod yet, but like that's kind of what golf is. Like, golf is my jiu-jitsu in terms of like the conversation we're having now, where it's like so damn hard and you just want to get fucking good at it. Like, it's one of those things that you just got to keep going.
Yeah, dude, honestly, because I've now got like more. I'm starting to get more consistent again because I moved back to Oswego.
Yeah.
And they're like, the closest 10th planet was an hour away. Now they just opened up one that's 20 minutes away, and like the past couple weeks I've went pretty fucking decent amount, and it's like
Is it the same? Is it the same atmosphere? Like everybody's still cool. Everybody's like,
super
they welcomed you
dope.
with open hands.
Yeah, super
open
fucking
arms.
dope, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Do you have a belt? What belt are you?
I'm a blue belt. I'm a blue belt.
So what is that in the
So
in
it
the
goes white belt, blue belt, purple belt, brown belt, black belt.
And for people that don't know, how long does it take to get to a blue belt from a white belt? Is before that?
Yeah. It
a white belt's beginner.
Yeah,
beginner?
It depends. I've seen people get it in a month. Me, it took.
So it's like how much you put into it.
Yeah. Me, it took. I started like February 2019, March 2019. I don't think I got my blue belt till like close to the end of 2020. Like it took me well over like a year and a half, or around a year. And a half.
How do you get that? Is it like your coach sees that you are at that, or
yeah,
your coach decides?
Your coach decides, and I think like if you're like trying to be the dude who's like, I want to get my blue belt in like 2 months or some
Those
shit
are the
like
guys
that.
Don't make it.
I mean, I feel like that's just, unless you were like a fucking crazy ass wrestler beforehand or had all this experience beforehand, like sure, go for it. But like I remember I wanted mine fast, and then I was like, it's gonna take a lot longer. This shit is tough.
Yeah. I feel like if you're chasing medals or if you're chasing belts, I feel like you have a better time during the journey instead of trying to get to the destination.
Yeah,
does that make
I
sense?
think
Like
the process,
instead of looking at I want this and enjoying while you get there, it's like a better experience overall. And that goes with anything in life, like making your first million, getting a blue belt, getting your house. Like it takes a grind to get to everything.
Without a doubt. And I think like, dude, process is just fucking. You gotta enjoy it. I mean, like, if you're gonna ask me if like my favorite part was getting my blue belt, it's like, I mean that's cool, but like what was more fun is like fucking actually learning, like. Because, like I said, never was really big into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. 10th Planet is what was fucking...
Is there different types of Jiu-Jitsu?
So there's gi and no gi.
Stupid question.
There's gi Jiu-Jitsu and no gi Jiu-Jitsu. Nah, bro, I don't even know if you can get... Like, I've seen something a lot lately, like, they'll call it, like, American Jiu-Jitsu. And, like... I mean, technically it started in Japan, and Japan brought it to the Brazilians. And then the Brazilians fucking, like the Gracies, I guess, kind of took the fucking face of jiu-jitsu. Yeah. But, I mean, for the most part, I think you can only classify, like, two different as in, like, gi jiu-jitsu, which is with the fucking karate uniforms, and no gi jiu-jitsu, which is, like, rash guards and combat shorts.
And which one did you do?
No gi. 10th Planet is no gi. Like,
cool.
No
do
gi
they have,
jiu-jitsu.
like, gi? Can you do that there or no?
Nah, not everywhere I've trained, they don't have it. I think that shit's whack.
That's kind of what you're looking for then?
Yeah,
If you want to do that, you got to go find it?
Yeah,
cool.
And like, dude, but the process is was cool for me because it's like, I was learning rubber guard. Like, there's this fucking triangle that like I learned from rubber guard that's fucking amazing. Like, my coach is known for like, one of the moves he's like known for is a shit called like the Carney. And, like, you can get there from rubber guard, and I low-key hit one the other day and was like, bro, that shit's so sick. But, it's all process. Like, honestly, some of the funnest times I had was, like, going to 6 a.m. class and fucking drilling with my homie Christian. That, like, I just kind of, like, we started around the same time. He had hella wrestling experience, though, which is fucking cheating. If you're a wrestler, you're automatically a cheater. Just because you know how to wrestle and I don't. But, like, the process is what's fun. Like, drilling shit with him was fucking dope. Getting to roll with your homies and seeing your progress. And then, like, the belt's cool, too. But it's, like, the friends you make and the experiences you get, I think, is what's better.
Here's the question. Do you feel like you learn more wrestling someone or doing jiu-jitsu with someone that's a higher level than you rather than someone that's the same as you? Or is it, like, a different experience both times since you both know about the same and, like, you have to, like, try... You know what I'm saying? Like, how is it wrestling your coach rather than someone that joined at the same time as you?
Dude, it's so, like, I can tell you, rolling with, like, black belts just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I fucking... They just know... Bro, I literally could not make a move and just breathe like this, and that somehow gave them an opening to do some shit to fucking fuck me up. Yeah. It's
so, like, they see windows differently? Like,
yeah, I think, like, for me, I'm kind of like in my head, like a dumber person, whereas I don't think I'm dumb, but I need to have more reps and more time on shit than other people.
And that's okay.
So, yeah.
It's okay.
Not people think that's fucking like a brick wall and they have to stop, but it's
Dude,
not.
if it takes you longer to learn something, then take your time with it. What the fuck? Like, not everybody learns the same.
Yeah, but no, it was just like seeing. It was too quick for me, you know? Like, sometimes I'd do some shit like just move my finger like this. Because I only rolled with my coach a couple times, but the couple times I'd be like, all right, I'm going to fucking do this. And all of a sudden, I'm like fucking sitting there.
Did you ask him what you did wrong? Like, would he explain what you did wrong? In my rolls?
So, more when I would roll with other people. Like, he'd tell me what to work on or tell me, like, to go harder and have, like, more intensity with it.
What you said earlier is, like, how, I could go somewhere else and it would be $100 cheaper. Does your coach point out things that, like, somebody else wouldn't know?
I think so, and especially
like he sees it differently, like,
and it's gonna be more the 10th Planet style, like, you know, like I think too, for being a dude who's like a world champion black belt, fucking competing all the time, having hundreds of students, like he definitely took his time with me. Like I said, you know, I'm a slower learner, and he always made sure to like teach me and make sure I got the concepts and shit. But it wasn't like I was a special case. I'd see him doing it with everyone, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
and I feel like that would be like heartening. Like, that's like dope.
Yeah, it's something where like,
somebody that gives a fuck.
When you see shit like that, and then like, you know, like you finish a roll and he's like, yo, you gotta fucking work more on like escaping side control or shit like that. You know, you all of a sudden the 170 you're paying or whatever doesn't matter, because it's like, yo, I want to get better, and these people are doing as much as I can.
Yeah. Did he point out your goods too? Like, I feel like a good coach points out when you're doing awesome and when you're doing bad too. Because a coach that like only points out when you're doing bad is disheartening. Like, you're like, what the fuck, man? Like,
no, I could tell there was a couple times where like when I started like feeling like I was getting better and improving, there was a couple times where after some rolls it'd be like, hey, like you're doing a lot better than you were. Like, you know, you're killing it. Like, he would always make sure that it'd be like, stay consistent, you know, like keep it up,
keep you on it.
Yeah, keep up the good work, you know.
Yeah, that's dope. He sounds like a good coach. I looked at his Instagram when you tagged him before, and he looks like he's a fucking dog, dude. He looks like a dog. He looks like he knows what the fuck is up. I mean, Joe Rogan shouted him out, so he has to be somebody.
Like multiple times.
Yeah. Shout out our Lord and Savior Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Thanks for ruining Austin.
So fucking. Dude, just to like touch on that, I feel like high school football coaches are the fucking worst. I'm serious, because like you were saying how he was such a good coach and he will point out like and not only be negative and be positive too. Dude, our football coach never said anything positive about like the second stringers or anything like that. I wasn't like an amazing football player and I wasn't the worst football player. I was like right in the middle. And dude, if you weren't on the starting 22, he treated you like shit. So I formally want to say, fuck you, Coach Cooney.
Dude, I don't know, man. Like, I will tell you this. I played football, basketball. I wrestled in middle school. I don't know how many high school classes I've had, how many college classes I had, where it's like, let's get you, just get through. Like, you know, not really like learn, like just get through, get your C's and keep going.
Dude, I never made connections with teachers like that. Like how dudes would be like, oh, I'm going to Mrs. So-and-so class. Like,
you're just trying to get top.
Dude, I did not fuck with school at all.
Dude, I can't. I fucking hate it. But real quick, like,
I'm a hands-on learner.
Yeah.
Like in high school, I took a half day. Like I was in a fire science class. And I went to the fire department two towns over, and every day we were doing hands-on stuff. It was, dude, I think we looked at a PowerPoint maybe 3 days out of the whole school year, and I learned so much shit. I can tell you almost everything that I learned in that firefighting class. I can't tell you one fucking thing I learned in high school math class. Seriously.
Dude, Y = MX + B.
Yeah, but what the fuck does that mean? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't fucking know.
Dude, I don't know. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the American schooling system is fucking retarded.
Yeah, dude, I agree. I fucking agree.
Yeah.
I think, too, that's why, like, not financial advice, but everyone should learn about investing or trading or stocks or crypto.
That's what they don't want you to know. I don't remember learning shit about that in school.
I swear to God. No, so I took the ICE shit. You remember ICE? It was like a class that lets you get out early for your job.
Yes.
Bro, teacher was the biggest fucking send-off. From day one, she was like, oh, is anyone interested in stocks? Like, my husband worked at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yo, sign me the fuck up. Every fucking week, she'd be like, yeah, I'm still talking to that guy. Motherfucker, and never talked to anyone. I was like, this fucking send-off.
Ice was a thing at our school,
Yeah.
wasn't it? It was literally just that. Like, it
You
was
got
like
to
you get
leave
off
early.
school one
Yeah,
period.
yeah.
I feel like most motherfuckers didn't even go. Did you have to have a job?
Yeah, you had to have a job. And, dude, fucking...
Hey, manager, just tell my teacher I'm getting out. I got to work at this time. I worked at Old Navy in high school. That was my very first job. What was your first job?
White Castle. Yeah.
Really?
White Castle
you were
was my
stealing
first
fucking
job.
fries and shit?
Nah, you got to eat free at White Castle, so I didn't have to steal anything.
Dude, that sounds dangerous. I feel like I've been having shits every day.
Bro, I fucking...
You know what? I have not seen a White Castle in Texas.
Dude, I think they're only in, like, Illinois and a couple other states. They're not
Really?
franchised. The only franchise one is the one in Vegas, and the motherfuckers in Vegas had to, like, jump through hoops and hurdles to get the Ingram family to franchise it.
That's who owns it?
Yeah.
Dude, White Castle. I feel like that's the drunk food. That's like after the
dude.
bar
Yeah.
sliders.
Yeah.
They go right
Fucking-
through you. That's their slogan, right?
Yeah, I'm going to tell everyone right now, the White Castle breakfast is the most slept-on thing in the world.
Really?
They crack those eggs fresh. They fry that bacon fresh.
Really? That's
Yep.
fire. That's fire as fuck. So let's go back to your life real quick. So how long did you live in San Diego?
3 years, 2018 to 2021.
And you loved every second of it? I'm sure there's some ups and downs, but that's life.
Yeah, I mean, I loved most of it. There's definitely hardships. Like, me and my boy Jesus got a dog, and then, like, we had some shit happen at, like, the first place I lived at where, like, we kind of were like, all right, it's probably smartest if we get rid of the dog. And
That's
it was,
tough.
like, hard as
That's
fuck.
tough.
Like, because we saved the dog, basically. And, like,
Giving an animal away is
obviously,
tough.
yeah. And Rocky, like, you know,
We got a little donut back there.
fucking chilling.
Chilling right there. I love that fucker. It'd be so hard to give him away.
Yeah, dude. Like, no lie, too. I remember, like, fucking crying when I first met the dog because I was like, damn,
Yeah.
I love you, dog.
That was like the first hardship you went through out there?
Yeah,
Was
I would
it-
say so.
Me and Jordan talked about this on our last podcast, is that people are so scared to take risks. Were you scared to leave home and go to San Diego? Or obviously you
think,
were excited, or else you wouldn't have done it.
Yeah,
But like,
I was excited, but there was the nerves of, like,
what the fuck am I gonna do if I don't?
Like, how's this gonna?
Yeah.
How,
But like what I was saying on the
so
last
many
podcast is, like,
unknowns.
you gotta take a chance, dog. You will never go anywhere in life if you don't seek discomfort. Like, you gotta go for it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think what it is, it's like if it's speaking to you in your heart, like,
yes, go for it.
nah, not go for it. If it's speaking to you in your heart, understand it in your brain, and then realize, okay, let's
Boy,
go.
dropping
Like,
knowledge on you sickos.
I mean, I just think that's what it is. Like, I know I wanted to go to San Diego, right?
Right.
And, you know, not trying to hype myself up, but 3 weeks before I moved to San Diego, I took a month trip to Thailand and Japan.
You did. I forgot
yeah,
about that.
yeah.
Yeah.
When I got back, it was kind of like, okay, like, low key, I got to be stingy with the funds when I get out there. Like, a job is my priority. Like, let me get all that fucking...
You didn't get a job until you got out there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a risk, too.
Yeah.
But you got to take it.
Yeah.
I feel like
think,
you wouldn't be the
bro,
person you are today if you didn't take that risk.
True. But I will say, going back to, like, the getting shit handed to you, I didn't, like, it's not like everything was handed to me, but I have, like, two amazing parents who definitely, like,
Yes,
you know, they
yes,
were like, yeah, we'll
yes.
get you a bed, we'll get you some shit from IKEA,
Yes.
like.
And I feel like a lot of people are embarrassed to say shit like that. I have a loving mother that has helped me so goddamn much in my life, and I wouldn't be shit without her. Rest in peace, my pops, because he helped me hella.
Yeah.
They were always very supportive. My dad was very strict and hard on me because I was a bastard. But seriously, like, I wouldn't be able to do the shit I did without my mom. Too. Like, she helped me like the way that you said.
Dude.
And I'm not embarrassed to say that shit. Respect your parents and be grateful for the ones that you have.
Yeah.
And if you don't and you did it by yourself, more respect to you.
Yeah, I think I had a conversation, like, me and my brother were talking, like, a couple weeks ago, and he was like, yeah, you know, we got, like, two hustler-ass parents, and I think something we both have in common, like, you know, like, RIP to your pops, like you said, but I feel like, not everyone, but a lot of us have great father figures. We see our dads go and bust
Bro,
their
that
asses.
motherfucker will wake up at 4 a.m. to go work in the winter in the construction and come home fucking at 7 p.m.
Yeah. And
literally.
see, here's the thing, right? We both had fucking amazing father figures, right?
Yes.
But our moms too, bro. Like my mom, like
Strong
your mom
women.
was a realtor. She had a couple rental properties, if I'm right.
Yes.
My mom, bro, me and my brother like both got to middle school, and she was like, I'm gonna become a fucking realtor. And it was like,
send it.
Yeah, and it was like,
my mom was a realtor during the housing crash.
yeah, mine too. That's when she started. And my mom, like, I'm actually, I had this conversation with my mom when I first came back because my head wasn't in the right place, and she was like, she was telling me about like when she started, like, I have an aunt who works for Portillo's, and she was like, you know, my mom became a realtor during the crash, and she was like, you can work here at like the Portillo's catering thing and all this and blah, blah, blah. And like, she was going to do it, but then she was like, no, I want to be a fucking realtor.
Yeah.
And
you have to grind. Being a realtor is not like it's not like well, I guess it could be a 9-to-5 job. It's like you make your own hours, but you got to grind for it. Like,
bro.
you have to reach out to people.
My
Nothing
mom works
comes to
way
you.
more than 9 to 5.
Yeah, I know, but like, I'm not saying like, it's not like something that
It's
comes
not
to you.
easy.
You have to like reach out and shit like that. Yeah,
definitely seeing how my mom started to just like how's she doing.
Everyone,
like,
everyone that's a realtor loves it.
Yeah,
I've never heard someone say "fuck this realty shit."
Mm-hmm.
My mom loved it, bro. Seriously, like loves that shit.
Yeah, I think so too. It's just like, it's crazy too because it's like I've seen my mom get screwed over a lot, and so like one story I'll never forget is when my mom first started. She was helping these people out, and like she said like she thought they were on some shicey shit, like using multiple realtors and this and that, and
which is shitty. If you have a realtor, you stay with that realtor.
Well, I guess they were like going to build some shit or whatever, and something about the kitchen, like they really wanted the kitchen and it couldn't happen. And I guess like the clients and my mom met up, right? And they basically said some shit like, yo, we're dropping you, and like we're just kind of really disrespectful. And my mom was like, whatever, blah blah blah, and still like slapped the free kitchen upgrade and was like, here you guys go, like take this or whatever. And in my head I was like,
show kindness when people are bastards,
bro. And I just think every time I think about that and I think how successful my mom is, I'm not one of those people who acts like lets like karma guide my life, but I think that was one of those things where like my mom was like, you can have this because I know later on I'm gonna.
Dude, it takes a good person to do that, and I can fully admit that I am not like that. Dude,
I would not have fucking. I would have dropped my balls on the fucking kitchen counter. No,
seriously though, it takes like a good, really, really good person, and that's why I feel like our moms are very similar in that aspect. Yeah. My mom is a giver. Yeah, my mom's a giver, dude. And I didn't inherit that from my mom. I got that shit from my dad, where it's like, you step on my throat, I'm gonna step on yours harder.
Hey, low-key, I'm not gonna lie, I've always been like that, but I've noticed over like since 2020 I've been more like, I guess empathetic is a word to put it.
I'm good
like,
to the people I love.
Like I know how to feel sorry for someone. Like I do. I'm not gonna lie. Like
I'm not gonna lie. It's hard for me.
Well, for me, because I've been in situations now where I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
And like, I can sit there and be like, I see you got yourself in that situation, and I can still feel bad for you, even though you made some dumb choices. Like,
you need to teach me because it's hard for me. And Jordan's always like, hey, you gotta be nice. Like, dude, it's hard because I pulled my shit out of the worst time in my life, and I feel like it changed me for the good in terms of the people that I love, but maybe not so good for the people I don't know. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like I'm really good to the people I love, but if I don't know you and like, I don't know how to explain that situation, but I'm trying to get like you in that sense to not be such a bastard all the time. Yeah.
No, it's just like one of those things where I'm like, and it's not like, oh, I feel bad for you, here's all my money. Like, it's like, yo, like, there's not much I can give you besides like a pat on the back and like, this sucks, but like, you're strong. Like, rebound. Like,
give credit when credit is due, for sure.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry. Like, I tell someone like, I'm sorry you're in this situation. I feel for you, but I want the best for you. Realize what you did wrong and do better.
Yeah, I think that's where it's hard for me to feel bad for people. And it's shitty to say, but I'm honest. Like, I can't feel bad for everybody because 80% of the time, people's situation is done. You know?
Yeah,
like
yeah, I know what you mean.
People put themselves in that
Yeah, it's
situation.
their own actions, but
So it's hard to feel bad for people like that because I put myself in a lot of shitty situations, and I was feeling bad for myself, but I was like, I did this.
yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. Like, just because you did it doesn't mean like everyone should be like, oh, fucking scumbag. We don't feel bad for you.
Right.
Like,
I don't think I'm out there yelling that, but
I know, but
No,
that's
I know.
like that's what people think.
yeah, I'm working on it, people. I'm sorry if I was an asshole to you, but at the same time, fuck you.
Well, nah, bro. You know what I think it is too, though. Like growing up, I've seen a lot of homies in toxic relationships. A lot of homies make bad decisions. Like me myself make dumb decisions and like kind of like and it's I don't know. I just rather be the person who's like, I do feel sorry for you, but I do want you to realize you can do better. Because
dude, I'll give you that. You've always been a very positive person.
I try.
Yeah.
I think
Besides that one time he made fun of me for not smoking weed, he was a shitbag then.
Sorry you had baby lungs, bro. I was just trying to make you get stronger lungs.
Yeah. No, you did change a lot. I feel like the weight loss shit helped you too. You became way nicer.
Yeah. Yeah, but also I will say, dude, like, so 2020 gave me too much time, like, on my hands to be on social media and shit. And so I started learning trading and shit. And
yes, I wanted to get to this.
Dude, trading, I 100% recommend trading and shit, right?
And
so
if you don't know what he's talking about stocks and the stock market.
Yeah, stocks, options, all that shit. And basically, like, you know, like, you make $100 for your first time, not from your job, and you're like, what the fuck?
Passive income.
Or like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, like, when I made $1,000, bro, my ego was like, yo.
Yeah.
Fuck everyone.
You
like,
swear. Passive income.
Yeah, like, I'm the best. Like, I made $1,000 off options. Like, and I seen, like,
it got to you a little bit?
Bro, like, it was weird. It's like, part of why I moved back home was, okay, let's take a step back and remember who the fuck we are.
Yeah. So it fucked you up a little bit. It fucked you up a little bit?
Yeah, I think so, bro, because at the same time, bro, like, imagine, like, you fucking, you make $1,000, like, right? Like, a couple times now, like, you make, like, $6K, right? All of a sudden, you start getting pussy, too. Like, you know, you don't get
those two money and pussy will ruin a man.
Yeah. So it was like, it wasn't like nothing crazy either, but it was like, I just remember being like, bro, who's gonna fuck with me? I'm the real life Superman. And then like mixed in with like, I don't know, probably doing a little too many like drugs and like just not hanging out with the best people for what I wanted.
Yes.
Not
you are the environment
sucked.
You surround yourself with.
Yeah, not that they sucked, but it was just like I found myself, you know, I'm not going to jiu-jitsu. I'm not putting my all in trading. I'm fucking...
This is important. This is an important thing that people need to realize.
And not to sit here and say, like, I resent those people or anything, because I love them. They're all great people. But it was, like, the path that
you were going down?
That was, like, it was hard, but it was giving me... I was starting to live the life I wanted by being consistent with trading and consistent in jiu-jitsu.
Right. And
I'd say I traded it for, like, that short-term, like...
happiness.
Popping mollies and fucking partying and shit like that.
Partying's not it. It's not it. For me, I used to be bad in college. Like, we would party every day. Like, every chance we got, we'd party. But I feel like it ruins people, and now the way I look at partying is that I drink to celebrate.
Dude,
like, celebrating something is so much more fun when you party. Like, this weekend, the reason why he's here, why he's here is I turned 25 on Saturday. This is, what's today? Monday.
Yeah.
And I didn't drink probably since I proposed to Jordan, and it was so fun to drink with the boys. I haven't seen him since I visited California. Yeah. Just like 4 years ago. 4 years ago. And that's how you know you have a good friendship, when you pick it up like you left off.
Dude, I was just thinking that too. It feels like we've just been fucking smoking weed in your gazebo all summer.
That's what we did in high school when we lived in Illinois. Or even college, like when I would come home, I'd invite everybody over. We'd smoke weed in my gazebo in my backyard. My neighbors were like, damn, we have a skunk infestation over here. But yeah, no, like me and Jordan don't drink. We're straight up homebodies, and people our age aren't. They're like, they still go out to the clubs and shit, and that is not it for me. Like, if you do that and you love it, good for you, but it felt so much better to celebrate and party for something that only happens once a year. And I'm really big on birthdays now because it's your one day out of the year that you get to do it for you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I don't know. I agree with you. It's super fun though. Like, I mean,
It was,
you know, there's
besides
like,
Joey puking on my couch and me cleaning it. And then
Hey.
he wakes up the next morning. He's like, "Who took my pants off?"
Listen, all I'm gonna say is like, the opportunity to drink happens 100 times in a fucking week. Like,
Seriously.
the opportunity to celebrate isn't there as much. Like,
Exactly.
people love that excuse. Like, I'm celebrating life. Like, I worked my ass off this week.
Fuck
like,
that.
nah.
A work week isn't a
Yeah.
reason to celebrate for me.
Yeah.
A work week is something that's necessary to live.
Yeah.
A birthday is another year given to you. Like
Facts.
you have
I mean-
another year given to you to do something with your life.
Yeah.
So let's celebrate that shit. And here's to the new year.
Yeah, dude. I think so too. Like, just fucking Christmas, like celebrating with family. I haven't
That's
seen
for
in
everybody.
forever.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
celebrating and partying are two different things.
Right.
And celebrating is way more fun.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Partying is something that people can really get lost in. We like to call that lost in the sauce. And
Yeah.
I was lost in it
Yeah.
when I was in college. I was lost in it. Mainly because my dad passed away when I was in college. And I'll do another podcast going into that and how it fucked me up, because death is like the worst thing that somebody can experience. And I used alcohol to help me, and that is fucking terrible. Like,
Yeah.
I'll go into it, but I was just fucked up. I was lost in the sauce for real because I went through that, and that's the way I combated it. But I woke up one day and I was like, I need to fucking stop. And then that's where I am now. That's why I am the person I am now. Drinking was fun in college. It's like it's a 4-year vacation.
Yeah. I mean, low key, I don't think, like, I'm not trying to sit here and say, like, mine was worse, but it's like, dude, like,
Yeah.
fuck it. You're at Western, like,
Yes.
have fun, you know? Like,
No,
all
definitely
that
have
for-
fun. College is to figure out what you want. I feel like it's a 4-year I don't know. You sleep around to see what you like. Like, obviously, like, you party and you I feel like you really find yourself in college, and a little bit after college is when you start really knowing yourself. High school, like, you're growing up still.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, my freshman year of college, I was 135 pounds. I graduated college at 210 pounds. Like, I really
Yeah.
figured it out. Like,
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I didn't go to college, so
You
I'll
did,
just
though.
say-
He went to hometown
okay,
college, which
yeah,
is different,
community,
obviously.
like, but not like, you know, going away and like
Yeah.
being able to party like people at
Yeah,
universities.
yeah.
I think for me, like my route was just like doing shit and realizing, like, however I felt, like, I don't want to feel that emotion, or I want to feel that emotion, or
Yes.
I want to be around these people, I don't want to be around these people.
That's how it was for college. So it's kind of the same
Yeah,
thing, but
it's
just in a different place.
But I think though, like, if you went to college, like, people, like, there's nothing wrong with partying like that in college.
Go to college
like,
if you want
yeah.
to. I recommend people going to college. That shit was so fun. I would do it all over again. I went to college for 5 years. Fuck with your boy.
I think, yeah, no, I will say though, like, people, like, if I, like, so when I first, like, transitioning from middle school to high school, like, people around you are definitely a huge thing. Like, I would say, so, like, to be honest, like, before I met you, like, good fucking people around me that, like, I should have stayed around, like, all through high school were, like, Ian, Melanie, Ryan, like, Taco, like, those people.
Those are your homies. This is your homies.
Yeah, still my homies. You know, they're all living everywhere. I'm wearing fucking Ian's shirt right now. Fucking,
Shout out Ian.
Yeah.
That's a disc golf.
Yeah,
thing, right?
yeah.
Shout out Ian.
Yeah, Ian Burchett, look him up on the gram. But I
Yeah.
think, like, if I kept hanging out with them people, and then when I met you, and then, like,
Yeah, I was in a different friend group than that.
Yeah.
I still, like, sometimes I went over there to hang
Yeah.
out with them, but we were in a different friend group.
yeah, but I think, like, if I just added, if life was perfect and I kept hanging out with them and then met you,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
not saying, like, I'd be, like, a billionaire or something right now, but I think a
Yeah.
lot of dumb choices I made I wouldn't have made.
Yeah.
Because I remember just kind of, like, hanging out with random people from, like, whenever I got a license to pretty much till, like, I was just
Yeah.
kicking it with, like, you or Stu, like,
Yeah,
throughout
I feel like
fucking
you did
college.
know a lot of people. Yeah,
But, like, dude.
but that, like I said earlier, that helped you be the person you are now. Like,
that
you
was,
had to,
like, my path of college. Of being
you have to
like,
fail. You have to fail,
yeah.
make wrong choices.
Yeah, I don't think it's just like failing. I think it's like you gotta
get out there.
understand your emotions, because I think the single thing that gets in people's way is not understanding and controlling their emotions.
Yeah.
Like, not saying you gotta be a hard ass that never fucking budges on anything, but like, if you're sad, understand why you're sad, and then next time it comes around, control it so you don't feel as sad.
Right.
If you're gonna be fucking happy, control your happiness, because when you're happy, you can be doing shit that you don't realize is stupid as fuck. Like,
yeah, that's a good, those lines are blurred often, very often.
Controlling your
I don't know why I'm
is-
sad. I haven't gone outside. I haven't seen sunlight. I've been drinking fucking Mountain Dew. I've been. No wonder why you're fucking sad. Like,
I think even more than that, you can go outside and get your sunlight, work out twice a day, eat completely healthy, and still be sad because of like emotions you can't control or are dodging or pretending aren't there.
Yeah, write it down. Write down what you're feeling and then and there. So that way maybe you could see a discrepancy in what's not there in that time when you write it down. I don't know. I don't write shit down.
Low key, I'm bad at it, but I've been like kind of. I have like a fucking journal at the crib where every day like I write like. I'll listen to like stoic quotes on YouTube, and I'll write like whichever one I think is the most fire, and then affirmations, and then like fucking goals, or like, you know, what I'm gonna do. Like, I have no choice, I need to do it. And then I'll do this fucking cheesy part where it's kind of like a war chant, where it's just like I write some shit that like I'll scream in my head that day when I meet some adversity. Yeah,
that's good. I think people should write their shit down. I don't know. I'm not really in touch with my feelings and my emotions and shit like that, but I always been like that because my dad told me that men don't cry, and they don't, and that's totally okay. Like, I feel like there's I don't know, if you cry, that's fine, but if you don't, like, don't. I'm not judging people if you cry, but don't judge me because I don't cry. Like, I don't know. Jordan's always like, how do you not feel anything? Like, I don't know. That's how I was raised, and the way you were raised has a big part of how you deal with shit. Seriously. Like,
I'm not gonna fucking stunt. I think I cried less from the ages of like 13 to fucking 20, or let's see, how, like 21, I guess, than I did from like 21 to now. But every single fucking, not like I was crying every week, but I've had like some cries where as soon as it's over, like I'm like, yo, like I needed to get that out. Like, I needed to get it out. Like I said, I'm not going to judge someone because they don't cry.
You shouldn't. I'm trying not to be judged anything. I feel like where we grew up is so judgmental, dude. Like everyone judges everyone. And I'm really trying to get away from that. It's hard because we grew up in that.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know. I'm starting to learn. I'm like, I'll find myself like about to form an opinion on someone or something, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on with them. Like, I'm not gonna jump to that conclusion and try to fucking shit on what they're thinking or their view, especially because it's so easy because everyone wants to put their view or what they're thinking on Instagram.
Unless it's the news. I'm judging you guys hard. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, fuck the news. Fuck the news.
I'm glad you said that because I've been telling Jordan, I was like, you know what, never mind. Because, like, I don't know, you know? But it's hard because we grew up and, like, bro, it was bad. Like, people were, I don't even know how to say. We just grew up in a place where, like, everyone was judged about something. Like, somebody was made fun of for something. And, like, let me segue into this that we were talking about in the truck about how people are embarrassed to say that they moved back in with their mom.
Yeah.
Like, for I don't know, like, he moved back in with his parents from San Diego. And I don't know why people are so embarrassed about that, bro. Like, you're bettering yourself in your financial situation because obviously it went wrong over there. But, like, he moved into somewhere that he's with people that he loves.
Yeah, dude,
people are scared to admit that.
Yeah, like, I'm not even gonna front. Like, the first like month or so when I was back, I was like judging myself. You know, like I put the fucking pressure on myself, and then like. I don't know, it was like fucking slowly I was like, yo, I didn't have to pay $1,200 just to live this week.
Literally, yeah. And you're with people you love.
And then I was like, you know, like, because I started taking really bad trades, and like when I was trying to move back or whatever, when I was trying to do that YouTube thing, which I wanted to do more podcasts. I don't know how I ended up doing YouTube.
He did a YouTube video and it's dope. It was dope. I'll link it in the I'll link it in the description.
Yeah, shout out Nate B Photos. Dude is phenomenal with a fucking camera.
I'll link it down in the description.
Yeah, I may have him private, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I may have did that. I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, no, I started thinking, and then like I had that conversation with my mom, and she was basically like, "Do you want to be good at it, or do you want to take like the other route?" And I don't know. I'd like. Bro, my first month back, I had like 3 different jobs, so I was like, yo, I'll go back to Whole Foods. It's easy. And then like I ended up working with dope-ass people, which is nice, but I remember like just being so hard on myself, and slowly it started unrolling. I'm like, okay, dude, I've hung out with my brother more in the past 6 months than I did like growing up, you know? Like I start looking, and since I've moved back, like so many great things have happened. Like, you know, like I'm closer to my grandma. Like I don't know. It's just good. Like right now, like to fit where I want to be, I know I'm in the right place. So now when I think like I live with my parents, it's not like, oh, fucking failure. I'm like, yo, I live with my parents because it's the smart thing for me. You know, like I'm working part-time while focusing on trading. I'm getting to travel more. I'm getting to just fucking enjoy myself.
Gives you a little more freedom, and it has such a bad stigma in our society today.
And it's like,
fuck you guys.
And it's not like I'm 45. I'm 20 fucking 4. Like, I literally have so much time to decide what I want, and it's like,
and you're gonna set yourself up better than like I know one of my buddies lived with his parents. He graduated a year before me, and he has no student debt because of it. Like, that's fucking... and he was living with people he loved in his hometown home. Like so I wanted to get out of Oswego because I fucking hated it. Yeah. But it's like, if I had to move back there, I wouldn't be embarrassed because of it. You know? But I'm grateful that my family followed me to Texas because of it. But I wouldn't be embarrassed if I had to move back.
Yeah, I think what's funny is, like, I think at first I had the pressure.
Social media sucks.
I think I had the pressure of, like, what are people thinking? And then
you told me that while we were texting. You're like, dude, I feel like a failure. But like, I was like, fuck that, dude.
But the thing is, like, I start thinking, I'm like, well, whatever the fuck people are thinking can't affect me, so I don't give a fuck.
That's a problem. That's a problem today. Because remember when people would say sticks and stones can break my bones, but words will never hurt me? Yeah. Yeah, I feel like people cry about fucking words, dude. Yeah, people let words break them down, and I think that's the pussification of America, because you guys are all pussies. No, I'm kidding. Not everybody, but seriously, like, the new generations, bro, like, social media has ruined our generation. Like, not ruined, like, it's a lot of benefits and a lot of things, but, like, Twitter fingers.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like not enough people are feeling the consequences of getting punched in the face.
That's what back to what we said earlier.
And yeah, I think not sitting here and saying a generation is soft.
I am.
But I'm going to sit here and say something. Just because you're, like, if you tell me you're gay, I don't give a fuck. Dude, I don't care. Yes. It's not like I'm going to hate you or anything. I know there's people that have those views. But don't sit here and think you're better than me because you're gay. Because, like, when you're in California, bro, I ran into multiple people who think because they sling around a rainbow flag and have a Black Lives Matter sticker, they think they're on some pedestal, even though they're, like, you know? Dude, just because you're doing, like, shit like that doesn't make you a better person. Like, to me, I know Black Lives Matter. I know fucking gay people go through it, but it's like, you can't fucking sit there and say, like, I'm better than you because I have this stuff. It's like, nah, everyone's equal. I'm fine with hearing your perspective on stuff. Like, dude, I'm not going to sit here and shit on you, but, like, if I hit you with some shit where I'm like, yeah, you know what, I think you're only looking at it one-sided. You can't be like, oh, you're a racist homophobe. You know, dude, that's
those
just,
people piss me off more than you fucking know.
Because I'm not the type of person to say, like, I have an open mind and then just list stuff Joe Rogan talks about. Like,
literally, dude.
I'm not going to lie, like, not trying to, like, sit here and fucking put people on blast, but, like, bro, like, so after I moved out with Jesus or whatever, like, I had my roommate who she was lesbian or whatever. Like, that never mattered to me.
It shouldn't. Who gives a dude,
yeah, yeah. Like, if someone went up to her and said some mean shit about, like, being anti-gay, I would punch him. But it's like all I know is, like, she had my back harder than people I've known for 10 years. And it's like, I'm not going to sit here and, like, be like, oh, yeah, she wasn't cool because she's lesbian, you know? Just because you're gay or something like that, it doesn't make you, like... Your character is what matters, not, like, your sexual preference or your fucking, like, skin color or whatever. It's, like, it's your character.
Yeah,
that
ties in perfectly to what I was saying because, like, I remember we were at the bar one time, and I say shit's gay. Like, when I don't want to do something, like, nah, that's gay. I don't want to do it. Because we grew up like that. And if you're offended by that, fucking click out of this video. And you know how easy it is? Like, if you're offended, fucking close the fucking video. Turn off the podcast. It takes more time to comment something than to fucking hit X. I still say shit's gay. And I don't mean that, like, because of a homosexual. Like, I remember we were at the bar one time, and this girl wanted to, I don't know, something. I was like, that's fucking gay. And she's like, I don't like when you say gay. And I was like, I don't mean it like that. This is the shit that pissed me off. And I said, I don't mean it like that. Like, I'm fine with gay people. My uncle's gay. And she's like, that's like saying I'm not racist because I have a black friend. No, that if you were racist, you wouldn't have a black friend. Like, what the fuck?
I think, I don't know, not trying to go back, but I remember having this conversation with my roommate where I'm like, I say it like, I don't say it with, like, any, like...
ill intent.
Yeah, but, like, at the same time, she's like, okay, but you're basically saying it as, like, just to offer perspective to that, not, like, sitting here and trying to berate you, but she's like, you're basically saying it, like, as if you're stupid, like, you know, calling someone stupid, so why don't you just say stupid? And I'm like, I guess you have a point, but it's like...
She does have a point, and I'm not married to my ideas.
Yeah. You know, it's just I grew up playing fucking Call of Duty and Halo on Xbox. So
kids
it's like
nowadays,
most of my fucking insults are like, "You're gay."
Like that shit's gay.
You know, and it's like,
and again, if you're offended by this, fuck you. You're
and it's
the problem.
It's not like I'm saying it with ill content, but I can see the perspective where someone's like, "Why can't you just say stupid?"
And at the end of the day, you can say whatever the fuck you want. If you're a racist, good for you. Not really, but like...
not good.
Dude, but like they can say whatever they want. We live in America for that reason.
Yeah, but I think so too. Like,
you're a shitbag if you're racist. Like, but
there's definitely something wrong with you if you're...
But you can say what you want. At the end of the day, we live in America.
I do agree with you, but it's like, imagine in like... say in an alternate universe, I never met you, and someone was like, "Hey, bro, you met Furman Rodriguez?" No, I don't fuck with Mexicans. You know,
I've had
there's
that happen.
Wrong with that.
I've had that happen.
There is 100% something wrong with someone who like...
I've been called the Mexican, like, slurs, before, and that's just like...
that's fucked up.
You just want to fight them.
Yeah.
And that's what... Dude, like, I guess you can say whatever the fuck he wants, but, like, get hit for it.
Yeah, I mean, I get that's the whole... Like, I'm not going to sit here and say someone shouldn't be allowed to say that.
It's an argument you can't win. That's what it is.
Yeah. I just think, like, from, like, just, you know, going back to the character thing, my character is, like, how am I going to sit here and call this dude whack because he's Mexican? Like, what if he's into exactly the same shit as me? And you are, you know, like, we're into a lot of the same shit. So it's like if I sat there and limited my experience and perspective to, like, I can't fuck with dude because he's Mexican. Yeah, that's just fucking retarded on my part and not right.
And if people want to be like that, that's fine. You do you.
Yeah.
But like just at the same time,
there's
go
consequences
fuck yourself.
to your actions. Yeah.
If you are openly racist to someone and they hit you and you get offended, fuck you.
You're an idiot. Like,
literally,
you deserved
fuck
it.
you.
Yeah.
Seriously. If you call, like, do those videos of white women or white dudes calling a black dude the N-word, and then the guy hits them, and then the white person gets offended and says, I'm calling the cops, that pisses me off.
Retardation at its finest.
That's literally. And again, I said on the very first episode of this podcast, we are not politically correct. We're going to say shit that we want to say. And if it offends you, fuck you. Close the fucking video. Close the app, the fucking app you're listening to this on. We're going to say shit that goes against the grain, baby, because we don't give a fuck.
This, because I've been listening to, like, this stoic or whatever the fuck it's called quotes. And before I forget it, like, there's this fucking quote by, like, Socrates or someone, and it's, like, basically comes down to, like, you don't have to have an opinion about everything. And I think there's this weird thing with social media
That
where
you
because
have to have
everyone's
an
posting
opinion
about
on
it,
it.
so you have to say something. And
Dude,
I found myself
that's
a
like
lot
politics, bro. I
Yeah,
don't know shit
yeah.
about politics, so I'm not going to give my opinion on it.
Yeah, but like over the past 6 months, I'll find myself fucking throw some shit on the story or tweet some shit because I'm like, oh, I gotta say something, and then like a couple minutes later, I'll be like, you know what? I don't really care about this. I don't know why I said anything,
And what's even,
so I'll delete it.
what's crazier is that someone's going to have an opinion on what we just talked about, the racist, the gay, the shit. Somebody could clip that and be like, we need to cancel these people.
And
Isn't that crazy?
I could care less.
And then and this part that we're talking about right now won't be in that clip.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing, you know, like people are like, if someone wants to prove their point,
Yeah.
they're gonna cut out this part.
Every opinion
They're
has a
gonna cut out-
narrative.
Yeah. It's like if I wanted to sit here and make like
And again, these are our opinions, people.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this is our opinion. This is not a fact.
you
what
don't
we're
have
saying.
to agree. Yeah, I could change my opinion by the end of this episode.
Exactly.
for some reason.
I'm
Like,
not. I don't know about you,
Yeah.
but I'm not married to my ideas.
Yeah, I'm.
Being engaged to Jordan has changed the way I look at things, the way I used to look at things.
Yeah, I just like I keep an open mind because
Got to.
Yeah,
We live in an evolving world.
Yeah, and I think so too. Like, not trying to get all crazy with it because it's like I know it's a soft topic for people, but like the vaccine thing, like,
Dude,
bro,
we'll get kicked off YouTube if we talk about it.
True, but it's like at the same time,
Isn't that saying something that we can't even talk
well,
about it
yeah,
without getting?
but see, here's the thing too, right? Because like I'm not gonna lie, I like capitalism, so it's like if you don't like YouTube doing that, go to another platform and start your own platform.
Right. See, it's opinion on every
Yeah.
way. You can look at everything in any different way.
Yeah.
But we're fucking an hour and 15 minutes in here. What do you got to say to the people listening? Thank you. Shout out to all the people listening. Before we end this, like, I just want to say thank you so much. I started this podcast for fun, and we got like almost 300 views on the first episode.
Let's
like,
go.
That's 300 people taking 40 minutes out of their day to listen to me and Jordan, and like, I hope that we can continue this going and listen to me and Joy. I think this podcast was really informative on just some kids from a little Midwest town in our 20s trying to make it out here. Like, all of us have a different experience in life, and like Joey has gone through some shit in his life. I went through some shit in my life, and like we're here just talking about it, having fun.
Yeah.
And if you're offended by this, I'm sorry, but fuck you. What do you want to say to the people before we close this bitch out?
Hey man, life's crazy.
Amen.
Take every step. Be grateful. Be grateful for every fall. Get back up. Just kind of fucking know anyone that you love. Make sure they know. And honestly,
that's important.
Yeah. I mean, just fucking remember, smile too. Just fucking smile. Smile, because life's gonna be hard, and a smile is gonna help you whether you want to believe it or not. And don't worry, like dark nights become fucking sunny mornings. Like, stay on your shit.
Knowledge.
Like, if you really want to do something, take the hard path, go through it,
get after it.
You never know how long it's gonna be hard for, but if it's what you want, stick to it and fucking smile. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Amen. Peace, bitches.